Well, boys and girls, I almost didn't make it to see it today. Um, had a ladies volleyball team over for some twister, and what with all the Jaime's body lube runs and hijinks of the like, it was a little difficult to find the time. Jaime's body lube for all your twister extravaganzas. There, I said it. Anyways, I had to find time because it is the Toronto Maple Leafs Day. And I think everybody knows that the Toronto Maple Leafs are not my favorite team in the world. They're not. But I could sit here and whine about it or complain about it and tell me how much I hate them, but that's not really good entertainment, is it? What is good entertainment for you Leafs fan is that you have probably a powerhouse on your hands. Shanahan, whoever it is that you make these decisions, that truly make these decisions, if it is Shanahan, has did everything pretty much perfect up until now. Down to hiring Dumba, to Lamoriello, and to all the other staff that he's put in. Babcock, of course. I mean, they are not going down a tunnel of futility this time. They are taking everything at its best that they can find, and they're not screwing around. And for you Leafs fans, it's about time. Main reason why I'm not a Leafs fan anymore is because I believe that everybody should have vacated that arena a long time ago. There's a point where you just get fed up to paying that kind of money to see a crap team. For those of you who stuck it through when they win the cup in the next 5 years, and I think it's pretty likely that they will, you'll be able to say, hey, I made it through with my team. Well, those same people that left will probably come back. I won't be one of them. But, and then you'll complain about how they're bandwagoners, and it won't matter to them because they didn't blow hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a bad product. Anyways, he's put together a for sure powerhouse. Matthews, Nylander, Kadri, Marner. Marner is so incredibly fun to watch. He reminds me a hell of a lot of Gilmore in so many ways. Maybe even with a little more skill, but he is just a bull, and he's not very big, but he plays like a bull, plays tough, doesn't seem to be afraid at all. I hope he doesn't get injured too badly. But I think he's one of those players like Gallagher or whatever that just keep on going and going and going. I don't like the Leafs, but I'm gonna love him, I'm sure, for a long time. I just wish he wasn't a Leaf. I wish he wasn't a Leaf. But he is. You have decent defense. Zaitsev was a huge pickup, and you have Riley, but which is fantastic. Those two are going to be your 1-2 for quite some time, and that's awesome. Besides that, there's not much in the cupboard there. Hopefully some of your younger players grow, but I think the likelihood is they're going to have to trade some of their forwards or at least one of their forwards to get some D, which a lot of people are speculating will be Van Riemsdyk, which is unfortunate because he is a really good player, but you got to give something up, and I can see why they're saying that. He's getting older. He could be an asset to somebody who's going to be able to win right now. And he would probably bring a return defenseman that would be significant enough to make a deal. You might even have to add a little bit in there, maybe your first round draft pick this year. But they're progressing so fast that they really don't have time for a defenseman to grow unless they can do something like Boston has done with Brandon Carlo, pick somebody up really big that can play right away. But those are few and far between, extremely hard to find. I think the likelihood is, again, Van Riemsdyk and some other players are going to have to fill the void. Zach Hyman, what a great last name is that? Could you get a better last name? You got a little Shoshnikov in your Hyman there. Anyways, Zach Hyman is another player that gets under appreciated in in Toronto. He's probably going to be one of your 20-20 guys, 20 goals, 20 assists, can do all things, play defense, fight hard in the corners, stuff like that. But he might even be better than that. I love watching this guy. He seems to be trying to improve every time he steps on the ice. He seems to constantly be trying to progress himself all the time. Visually, when you're watching him play, you can see his mind going as if he's telling himself, how do I get better in every situation? He could be your replacement for Van Riemsdyk in the point production thing too. I could see him being a 50 to 55 point guy in the future, maybe even more. Those kind of guys have a tendency to go way beyond what you think they're going to be or what their skill level shows as of right now. In the future, by the way, I have to mention Babcock. I mean, he is a genius. He is a genius even in when you watch him in interviews or if he's dealing with the press or whatever he does, he has a reason and a point for what he's doing, but he does it in such a way that he doesn't seem to be doing it. Every word he says seems to have a point to it in a very genuine and respectful, nice way. And you couldn't have picked a better coach to be in Toronto than him. He is excellent with the media. He is excellent with people, and he is fantastic with his players. He just gets the best out of anybody, more than any coach I have ever seen, besides maybe Barry Trotz. And you know how I've said about that. I still think Barry Trotz is the best in the league. I know you can send your letters to letters like I know you will. I read them every day, by the way, every single 3 of them. That's my full 42, and I only had like 6% left after all my shenanigans today, but I pulled it through. I got my 42. I gave it to you. I gave everything I had. Have a great day.